this part, right? I hope all of you are fine, and I think also you ready to make it happen. Without any further delay, we will start with things. I think we around 5, 6 like that. If there is no problem to start, we can do it without any problem. Okay. So this is who I am. You need to see me one more time. This is our first eye contact. I need also to see you later without any problem when you going to present yourself. So today's class will be oriented to 2 parts. Your presentations in terms of who you are. If you're working, you tell me in which sector you are, because that's important for me. And right after this presentation, I would like also to know when you're presenting yourself to tell me exactly what do you want in terms of English, because maybe the aspirations or the worries or the problems are not the same. So I need these elements before I share with you a proposed syllabus that can be better, that can be worked out in order to have something that can take into consideration everybody in this platform. So this is what it's gonna be. If I'm not mistaken, we have Amadou, we have Hamu Idris, we have Inusa, and we have Kanu on the whole. These are those who are yet here while waiting the others to turn up. And then when you finish your presentation, I'm gonna propose you a syllabus on which I want you to work, so much so that if ever even if you finish classes, you can by yourself continue working to develop professionally, but at the same time using the language without any problem, right? So in short, this is what I would like to say. And if you don't have any problem with that, we can start. Okay. Right. Should I start with Hamud Idris?
Hamud Idris, okay.
Yes. As your mic on, yes, you can start. Let me turn off my mic.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Ahmed Hamoud. I am Senegalese. And I'm community engagement in Brook. Brook is a NGO who works in animal welfare. It is a regional officer, and our officer is in Dakar.
Okay. Can you tell us?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about what does it mean? What is based your work? You're working exactly on what type of activities?
Okay. In Brook, West Africa, in Brook generally, we work in the animal welfare.
Okay.
Animal welfare. Huh?
Good.
And we have 3 departments. One department of community engagement. I'm responsible of this department. One department of advocacy, and one department for health. Animal health. Yeah.
Okay.
We work to improve, to develop skills on animal welfare and communication. To change behavior, the owners of equine. It's a behavior of the owners. Yeah. For more compassion. And develop skills of veterinary of Senegal in animal welfare. particularly on equines.
Okay. Good. So you advise from time to time those veterinarians working in this field.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Hello.
Yes, I say
Yeah.
from time to time you advise those doctors, animal
Yeah,
doctors.
doctors, animal
Working.
doctors. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We have animal doctors. We have sociologists. Basically I'm a sociologist and
Ah,
marketing, social marketing.
okay.
And we have doctors. We have yeah, it's both doctors and sociologists who works in group.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. We'll be back to you later because this is
Okay.
important to me. Exactly what do you need in terms of English?
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
coming to before we move to you, before we move to another person, I would like to know exactly,
Uh-huh.
really, what are your worries about the language? Where do you have concrete problems? What do you want to improve? Because that's important for me to know you, to know exactly in which domain you are, but at the same time, to know exactly where you want me to help. Because uh, the class gonna be a rendezvous of give and take. I will be just the monitor of this class as a teacher, but everybody has their own real needs of the languages. That's important for me to know exactly what do you want in terms of the language. Yes, Amus, can you hear me well? Amus, yes. Uh,
Hello.
Yes, hear you. Can
It's
you tell us about your worries
about
about the language? Where do you have problems? What do you want me to improve
uh,
on some of your skills?
my skills. Yeah. First, I worked with English from Brittany, from London.
Yes, British.
Yeah, British. Yeah, I have many problem to hear when they speak with me
Yes,
because they speak loudly and quickly.
yes,
How
definitely.
I have this problem.
Okay.
Yeah, first. And after this, I have just a little problem to 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 re- to read and understand the documents. Yeah, I have not many problem in there, but I want to improve to develop my skills on this topic.
Got that.
Yeah. Mm.
That is great, Andrews.
My
Okay,
English
thank
is
you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, come. Go on, go
Uh,
on.
it's okay. No, I just
No, no,
want
no,
to
no,
know
go
if
on.
you understand my English.
No, you were on your way. Wanted to say
Yeah.
something else? Yes, come. There's no
Okay.
limit.
No,
Yes,
now it's okay.
that's okay.
All right, that's okay.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Hamud
yeah.
Idris. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, I think your English is not as bad as you may think. That's really understandable. That's good on the whole.
Mhm,
Except that
mhm,
yes, you just need to don't think too much in French. Sometimes that's one of the hindrance. I will come back on these remarks that I can make because most of the time, the more we think in French, the more we are blocked whenever we want to express ourselves. That's important for us, and this is maybe on things that I will come back and help better in order to avoid. Because I know you're on the way, you're on the right way, you're on the right track, and I think you can do better, right? Thank you, Hanud Idris. Let's call for the next. Let's call for Kanuni Nersani, Omar.
Kanuni. Hello, hello all.
Hello.
My name is Omar Kanouni Hassani. I'm
Good.
Moroccan and I'm here in Dakar as a expat. I'm legal counsel in multinational.
Okay.
And I'm here to improve my English because I have to work especially in on my communication as you vous l'avez remarqué, I have some problem to speak to with my communication in English, and at work I have some meeting and call and some reunion, some contract to review in English. So I have to work on that.
Good. Right. Thank you, Omar. Omar, I would like to ask you some questions. You said a while back you're working in a multinational. Yes, I do understand that. So, how important do you think the English language can help you move up in your work?
Oh, as I said, that's important because I have some subject to treat in English,
Yes.
and I had only some opportunity I had some opportunity to in my career to develop my career, but English c'était un frein, was a problem.
Yes. Good. I see. So, in which domain are you exactly? In your multinational, in which
legal,
domain are
legal.
you working? Are you in the legal side? You know? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're dealing with the legal side of the company. So yes, communication will be of a paramount importance. You cannot join meetings, without being in a position. If all meetings are really done in English and you're not well equipped to take part in these meetings, it may be problematic for you to move up. I do understand. No worries, no worries. We'll be trying to do something else. And yes, definitely, definitely. I think we will see what we can do together in the group with me, and then we'll be moving from nuts to head, right? Good, Omar?
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Okay, we'll be coming back because we'll be sharing with you the syllabus later, and I will come back on general comments to help you avoid some things and to make you move ahead. So don't worry, I will be back to you later. Okay?
Okay, perfect.
Good, thanks. Thanks, Omar. Thanks so much. So let's move to Amadou. Amadou Kana.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Amadou Kanal Job. I'm sociologist and I work actually in the Ministry of Community Development as technical advisor. And my specialization is social protection. What I want, my worries are when I speak, sometimes I do many mistakes. When I read, I don't have problems, but my listening is bad. Yeah. My listening is too bad. and many times I have to interact with colleagues which are English, which are international, and I have sometimes problems to be fluent. The other part is that being fluency will give me more opportunities in my career. That's why this course will be surely good for me. The another problem thing you all know it is my speaking English is not good.
Amadou, don't say that. Don't think that your English is not good. There is no level in terms of English. As long as you speak and people understand you, I
You
think
are
that's
better
okay.
than me.
Maybe not too much better. I'm an active speaker. I speak every time as a teacher, so that's the reason why I get it. But anyway, I do know that whenever there is a will, there is a way. Vouloir, c'est pour pouvoir. And I see that coming to this class is that's a will first. And whenever you decide to be here, the will is already there. The rest now, that's a matter of being active. That's a matter of expressing yourself. That's a matter of believing that you can move from A to B, from B to C, till the Z letter that you want to progress. Right? And I know that you can do that. Amadou, can you tell me more about your daily job at work? What do you do daily most of the time?
No, I'm working as technical advisor.
Yes.
In social protection. Social protection means all policies which want people, Senegalese people, to have good well-being.
Good.
We do cash transfer.
Okay.
We are working in health coverage, and we are working with assistance, social assistance. Since 2 years, I'm working in strategy, social policy strategy in the ministry. But before, I was in operations in the National Cash Transfer Program. The aim of this program is to help poor people to get every 3 months money. Every 3 months money to do. Can I come back to you, please?
Yes, it's exactly.
I'm making noise.
No problem. That's not a big deal. We can hear you.
Okay.
That's part of it. Okay, continue. We're here. We're here. No problem. Yeah.
Okay, so my work especially consists to advise the ministry in social protection area. And sometimes we have discussions, we have negotiations with international partners. It's in French, but they are not all fluent in French. And sometimes we need to read documents in English. We need to understand what they are saying in English. When I read, I have no problem. When I read, I understand. But my speaking needs to be more fluent.
Yes. We need more fluency. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Amadou. Thanks so much. Come back to you later, and then I will be reacting generally to help better everybody in this group. So let's move. I think we have a lady in the group today. Janaba, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Great. Great. You're the only lady so far in the group. Can you tell us, introduce yourself more? Yes.
Okay. My name is Jainaba Ndao. I'm a gynecologist, and I work at World Health Organization since 15 months. And before I worked at Yusuf Margan Hospital, and yes, and I was the chief of the maternity. I do this English courses because I worked a lot with international colleagues who speak English, and all my emails is in English. I have to read a lot of policy brief in English, and it is it is an opportunity for me to do this lesson for have a better English level. My problem is when I listen, I can't understand. When I read, I can't understand some because my speaking is not fluent, and I want to do best effort for communication. My job is to help the Ministry of Health to go ahead to do better in mother, newborn, young health. And it's all.
So, yeah, Janaba.
Yes.
Thank. It seems that you, yes, you working on maternity health on the whole, and you liaising between the ministry and the World Health Organization in terms of that side. So that it shows that you really need English. But anyway, I can say that your English is not as bad. Sometimes this is what people think. You sometimes afraid of really assessing your own English. You afraid of evaluating your own English. But I know they have ce que j'ai entendu jusque-là shows me that your English is not as bad as you may think. All right, and I'm quite sure that we're gonna do a lot together. Either it is with Janaba, with the others who have already taken the floor. I think if the will is already with you, you can do tremendously efforts to make it happen without any problem. Rely on you for that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here for Jainaba, and then we'll be asking. I will ask you. As I am asking questions, you may be asking me questions after. Okay, you may ask more. I will answer without any problem before we really come back to the syllabus, the program itself. Okay. Thanks, Janaba. Thanks, Ya Musa. Let's take Sheikh. Sheikh Ba. Sheikh, how are you? Introduce us. We will like to know who you are.
Yes, I'm fine. Good morning. My name is Sheikh Ba, but my English is not good. I work in the Ministry of Infrastructure and Land Transport.
Yes.
My objective of the my objective of the course is when I listen the English, I understand, and my job is I am the in the division of transport urban, interurban, and international. I participate when in the negotiation of accord bilateral accord. I need to I need to can understand the partners who well, can I speak French?
Sure, I prefer having you try in English. Yes, no problem. That's not an objection to that. You can express yourself in French at the same time. Yes, that's not a big deal. Go.
Yes. Bon, c'est pour que vous puissiez comprendre mon objectif dans ce cours. Bon, je suis au ministère des Infrastructures et des Transports terrestres et je suis à la direction des transports, particulièrement à la division, spécifiquement à la division des transports urbains, interurbains, internationaux. Et je participe beaucoup aux négociations des accords bilatéraux avec les autres pays, notamment les pays anglophones. Donc, mon objectif est de pouvoir comprendre l'anglais et parler l'anglais facilement, puisque nous travaillons avec des pays anglophones tels que la Gambie, le Nigeria et autres. Donc, je suis le chef de division le chef de cette division. Donc, voilà, mon objectif, c'est ça, de pouvoir lire facilement, de lire et comprendre l'anglais, mais aussi de parler facilement.
Good. Merci, Chef. Thank you so much, Chef. We will see what we will be bringing to you without any problem. And we'll be guiding also, because remember, the class may start here, but that's not an end at itself. Okay, we get just 20 hours to make it happen, and to be honest, in 20 hours we cannot do all the things, but we can do at least the majority of things that will be guiding, that will be important to guide you, make yourself successful in which domain you may be working. Thank you, Sheikh. Thank you so much. I think all of us have taken the floor except Unusa Bundaon. Unusa?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm fine, and you? Hi, everybody.
Hi to you.
As you said, fine. My name is Inusa. I come from Burkina Faso, and I moved in this city in Dakar 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
3 months ago.
Good.
I work for a banking group as a CFO.
Okay.
We have affiliates in many countries in Africa, and West Africa, and in Central Africa. In some countries, English is they speak English in certain of these countries. So we have many meetings. We take many meetings in English, and I have many workmates who speak only English or Arabic, because we have also affiliates in North Africa.
Yes.
That's why I try everything possible to improve my English. You know, also in my function, we work with many banks in Western countries, in those banks they speak they work only in English. So we receive many documents written in English. That's why we have we need a high level in English. If we have to be fluent. To be fluent in English, you have to get a high scale of reading in English. That's why I was searching last week, and I saw that we have this kind of class here.
Yeah. Thank you, Inusa. Very good. So I think that you also your English is not as bad you may think, and you already know in which field you are. And this is also important for me, because if I don't know exactly what you want to improve to better in that, you may be having some problems to guide you. So I can guess that from your speakings, you all some have problem in reading and writing. Some have problem in speaking and listening. You know, a language is composed of 4 skills. The 4 skills are the reading, the writing, the listening, and the speaking. So if one is missing, most of the time you have problem to conduct the language the way you want it. And there are also skills that go together. For example, when I take reading most of the time goes together with writing. That's the reason why activities, when they are made, most of the time teachers used to say read and write. So reading goes in line with writing. Okay, listening now goes together with speaking. If you speak well, normally you should be good at listening. If you listen well, you should be good at speaking. That's the reason why these 2 skills are combined very often. So I think that I have gone through your problems because I was listening to you. And if ever you want me to come back on some specific items that will be needed by some and that not be needed by others, that's not a problem. I can come back to that without any problem. So
yeah, because
yes.
No, sorry for that. Sorry, I noticed that I have in English. I think that I can call it a passive vocabularies.
Yes.
That it's I need just more practice.
Yeah.
To improve. Yeah.
To improve it. Speaking. So your main focus will be on speaking. But if you want to be good at speaking also, you have to develop more your listenings. Listening and speaking are together. Good listeners are good speakers. You get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, right. Thank you for anything for this part. Right. Thank you, Nisa. Thanks to all. I think all of you have already taken the floor. If I'm not mistaken, we can move now to what? I started by myself at the beginning, by introducing myself without introducing the program, because I wanted to listen to you first. And we're gonna share what I have proposed as the syllabus, because I did not get all your profile before, and I managed, at least before starting the class, to make investigations and come back to this. But anyway, what I'm going to share with you is not the finite really version of the syllabus. That's just a proposal one that's going to be adapted according to your needs, and that will be working out in order to make it happen. Okay, without any further delay. If you don't have some specific questions about this first part, I can come but I can come to the syllabus now. But before I move there, if you have something to ask, I'll be here to answer. If you get a specific question to ask, just raise your hand or just click on the mic. We're not numerous. Click on the mic and ask me that question. Okay.
No question for me.
It's okay for me.
It's okay for everybody. Janaba, is that okay for the time being?
It's okay. It's
okay.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
So let's, Amadou, yes. Okay, too. So let me share with you what we have at the program. We need that. This is that's not here. All right, this is. Let me share it. Can you see what I have put? Because when I'm showing, I cannot no longer see you. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. You can see it, guys?
You can see that.
Okay, this is what the syllabus, as you know. Is that okay? I put it in slides, je l'ai mis en diapo. Is that okay?
No, for me. It's not okay for me.
Okay. Let me start again to check. Yeah, number says that's not okay for.
I see a slide.
Yes.
No.
That's it.
Okay.
That was the slide. Yeah, so let me share it again.
Okay.
You can see it, English at home, syllabus.
No.
No, no problem.
We saw it before, but it disappeared now.
Yeah. Let me share it one more time. That's
Okay.
not a big deal. Yeah, but let me share it. You can see it now?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Is that? Let me. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Janaba,
Okay.
is that okay for
it's
you?
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
it's okay
No
now.
problem. Definitely. If it is okay for two, I think that's okay for everybody. So here is the syllabus, as you can guess. All right. Any syllabus now has objective, and here are. So what I want is at the end of this credit, you as professional, you should be able to talk about issues regarding your field of work. What I mean here is that all of you get specific purposes. You have come to the class for things which are different, but there is something that is common for you. You want to use the English language in a way that should be adapted to where you are working. For example, those who are in medicine, they can work the way such as Jaina, but they can work without any problem using the language. Those who are in welfare, they can do the same. Those who are in other domains in the groups, they can really use it without any problem. That's why I say talk about issues, any topic that is linked or that is connected to the field of work, the domain in which you are working. This is what I call your field of work. Second, yes, luckily, some of you told me that they have problems to write professional correspondences such as emails. They have problem to see behind what the message is. Amadou may be an example, a typical example for us. Amadou, that will be an occasion for you to develop your writing skills, because we will be having classes on how to write professional correspondences such as emails, memos, etc. A lot of things that are linked to your professional work as far as English is concerned. But another thing on which I would like to come back is grammar. Grammar again and again and again. Because sometimes if you want to speak correctly, you have to understand at least the grammar items, not all of them, but there are some which are really connected to the speaking of the language. And I have taken them. I have taken two of them that we'll explore later. I will come back on them. I just named one. The tenses, they are of paramount importance. You cannot aspire to be fluent in English if ever you have problems which are connected to the use of the tenses. Tenses in English cannot be neglected. Without the tenses, nobody will be in a position to develop their language whenever it's about expressing themselves, whenever it's about writing, reporting, or whatever the language is concerned. That's why I say one of these objectives is to use correctly grammar structures, right? Another thing which is important, we're gonna learn a lot of vocabs. I will be giving you bulky work to be done, not too much, but they are professionally in your field. There are vocabulary that you'll be sharing. For example, we'll be studying some reading comprehension passage, which are linked to jobs, occupation, which are linked to how to talk about yourself wherever you are. When you attend meetings, for example, there are vocabulary that you need to know. When you're traveling, etc., etc. All these ingredients should be mastered. That's why I say use correctly the vocabulary meant. Right? Be on the way of fluency in speaking. Why? Fluency is a long process. That's not difficult, even if it is so long. You have just to, it is as if it should be a challenge for you. When you have a challenge, challenges are to be turned into opportunities. That's why I say I want you to be on the way of fluency in speaking. I want to show and pave the way to each of you, so much so that once you take the floor in front of people, your fluency will be noticed. Why? I say for objective number 5, one of these objectives among the group will be to make you fluent or to put you on the way to fluency. And another, make correct presentation of you, and at the same time make presentation of your jobs. That's important, because whatever the context, if you cannot present yourself, that'll be good. But behind now, I take into account some of your worries. I mean, some would like to be fluent in speaking, others would like to be fluent in writing, others would like to be fluent in listening and speaking, etc., etc. So you don't have the same opportunity, the same worries. Reason for everybody to be really involved in things, in the helping process. Mr. Mark cannot help all of you without the hands of the groups. So we're gonna be like a family. We're gonna be sharing. I'll be just the supervisor, the guide, but also the monitor. So much so that things are gonna be successful. That's why for this, to achieve these objectives, I have planned to work on these different items. We'll be having the first among these items. We're gonna have reading passages on which the objective of the reading will be to help people talk about their jobs and occupations, all right? We have diversities of professional profiles in the group. That will be an occasion for us sometimes, whenever we meet, we'll be combining different activities. So it doesn't mean when we come and I say jobs and occupation, during 2 hours, we are going to talk about jobs and occupation. We'll be having one passage, maybe 1 hour dedicated to jobs and occupation in terms of reading, and another hour will be oriented to speaking, because most of the time we need to do more practice in terms of speaking. And this is one of the orientation that I want the class to be. But the reading items on which we will be focusing is, you have a possibility to propose something that I should take into account during our 20 hours. All right. So reading items will be oriented to jobs and occupation. How to introduce ourselves the best way. That's important, because sometimes we learn vocab in that case. When we do reading, the main purposes will be to equip you with the vocab needed in order to conduct any sessions of reading. But at the same time, if it is related to your professional orientation, you can use these vocabulary, but at the same time, you can be behaving in a way that will be positive. So, third item, attending seminars, workshops, and lectures. The lectures mean conferences. Sometimes you need to know exactly the different topics which are addressed whenever you move to some seminars, whenever you are dealing with workshops, etc. So the reading will be oriented to professional field, but in the same logic, you may be having some reading aspects you would like me to come back, which are linked to your career, which are connected to vocabulary. I come back when I talk about reading. That's not to read and write. I come back with professional writing activities that I call contextual vocabulary, which is lodged in this part, which is called reading comprehension. Okay, finding your way in a global context. There are going to be texts which are linked to professions in general and connected to the different profiles that we have in the group, so much so that if they are facing such a context in a global world, as far as their works are concerned, or their jobs are concerned. For example, if you take Janaba, we may be having a text dealing with how to call it, maternity health in general. It will be profitable for you, but that won't be profitable only for Janaba. It may be profitable for everybody in the group. But I make sure that all the aspects that we have here can be addressed without any problems. These are the reading parts. Reading cannot be successful without communication and correspondences. That's why I will be addressing communications aspects, such as professional correspondences, writing emails, writing letters that will be beneficial for us and that will be meaningful and helpful for each of us in this group, so much so that if Ahmed would like to write an email in English to one of his partners who is in Gambia, in Ghana, or in Nigeria, or in the US, we won't be having any problem. If another person is working in such a domain, writing, and I think all of you will be working using emails, using letters in English. That's why I have decided to come back to work on this stuff. But also using the phone. Sometimes you use partners, you lose them because of a bad telephone call. You'd like to say something on the phone, you don't know. I just take one example. Suppose I call you, I would like to speak with you on the phone. I say hello, the phone rings, I say hello, how are you? You say fine. I say, I would like to speak to Mr. File. And you would like to say lui-même à l'appareil. You see, there is a way of saying this in English. You are not going to say he is himself on the phone. That's not, you say speaking. Speaking, the expression speaking shows you, another thing why it is important, when you on the phone also, you need to know different aspects that are used on this, so much so that as a professional, using the phones will be done correctly and you'll be understood, because that's a means of communication that is powerful like internet nowadays, and you need to train ourselves in this context, so much so that whenever we are with that, you can do things without any problem. Common mistake in communication. Yes, when I talk about common mistakes, there are a lot of mistakes that people make whenever they are using the English language. The reason is simple. We have not English as our mother tongue, not langue maternelle. We don't have English as the official language most of the time, all right? Because those who are in the group, either you come from Burkina Faso or you from Senegal, from Morocco, in another countries in the group, this is what I have noticed. English is not our first language. As it is not our official language, most of the time we've been influenced either by Arabic or we influenced by French, which is the case in our Senegalese context, or in some countries where people who are in the group are from. And there are these mistakes that you make sometimes without notice. And why they should be avoided is they may be fatal. They may be fatal for you whenever you misuse them. I will be coming back to some specific elements. Even when people were taking the floor, they misused them when they were speaking, right? For example, when I say actually, that's in fact, that's not nowadays, right? As an example, because these are, this can be taken as a mistake in terms of false trends. False trends are very current in the English language. They look like something in French or in another language, but the reality of the English language is not the same. So you need to know exactly how they are used, so much so that you'll be having time to make them happen, right? Good. Let me move up to the another. This was communication on this. Another items on which we would like to come back is communicative grammar. Grammar nowadays is not grammar translation as it was in the past. Remember when you were in high schools, most of the time, grammar was so much oriented to the traditional methods, focusing too much on the rules without paying attention to really what the context is. Nowadays, English has changed too much. People focus on the communicative methods. Grammar should be used communicatively. It should be used in a way that workers or people who are using it, learners on the whole, and practitioners, they should use the language without any problem in terms of speaking. Donc la grammaire est devenue une grammaire communicative, où people are focusing on how they can use it professionally in terms of writing without even paying attention too much to the rules. But it doesn't mean that you don't have the right to learn the rules. You have to learn the rules, because if the rules are not understood, they cannot be applied. Si les règles ne sont pas comprises, they cannot be applied and ne peuvent pas être appliquées. You need to learn them in order to put them into an active context. That's the reason why I cannot work on all of them. Grammar is so large, but I have taken out those that I think may help you be efficient in speaking, in writing, in listening, and in reading. Right? Okay. Good. If they are problematic, guys, are you following? Are you following?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, definitely. Because yes, there was a message on the platform. Yeah. So I was talking about the communicative grammar. So I was saying that grammar is part of your professional development, and I consider grammar if you are in as we're talking about we have a professional one who is in medicine. It is as if the link that link a mother and a child. Le lien qui existe entre la mère et l'enfant. So to put birth to a child, we have to cut what we call the tailbone, le cordon ombilical. That is the same here. In if you want to master the language, we have to cut barriers which are linked to the tenses, which are linked to the false friends, which are linked to the connectors, and these elements are part of the grammar side. So the grammar side is important to be efficient in a language. And you cannot master all, but at least these elements should be mastered if ever you want to carry out and to go ahead with the language. These elements are what I call the key elements of success if ever you want to make it happen as far as English language is concerned. Tenses and form. When you build up sentences in terms of speaking and writing, tenses are there in order to be used. You cannot make a sentence without knowing the correct tense. And most of the time, the tenses we have in English, they may be different from the tenses in French. In English, we have 16 tenses. On a 16 temps, répartis en des groupes de 5. Tenses, present tenses, les temps du présent, qui sont au nombre de 4. Tenses in the past, les temps du passé, qui sont au nombre de 4. The tenses in the future, les temps du futur, are 4 again. Conditional tenses, which are 2. À côté de ces 14 temps, we have the imperative and the subjunctive qui ne causent pas d'énormes difficultés to the learners. That's the reason why I would like to come back on these tenses one more time. So exercises through also a kind of summary in sentence de ces temps to help you see quickly if you want to use them in speaking to know, if I want to say that, là où le présent a un seul temps, là où le français a un seul temps du présent, l'anglais en a 4. Quel temps du présent, quel temps de l'anglais maintenant, quel temps du présent et quel temps de l'anglais. Présent, c'est un seul présent, mais en anglais, on en aura 4. À chaque fois que vous pensez à employer un temps du présent, you have to think about which tense in English. The forms now, when I talk about the forms, I refer to when to use the infinitive, the ing form, but at the same time, the passive form, the active. Because sometimes you have problem to use passive sentences whenever you're speaking. Sometimes you forget about how it is formed, and in other ways, you forget exactly to make it happen in terms of argument, en termes d'accord. The first friends, il y a beaucoup de faux amis en anglais. And if ever you don't know them, sometimes you may have problem to have them. So I will give you a list of these false friends, and we will be making exercises on them and make it happen without any problem. The connectors, yes, connectors are of paramount importance. On les appelle connectors, link words, on les appelle aussi linking words. C'est tout ce qui est élément de liaison. They are used to connect ideas, they are used to connect sentences. So when you're writing, you need them. When you're speaking also, they are needed. That's the reason why I have decided to focus on these 3 grammar items to help you better be in your shoes pour que vous puissiez être plus à l'aise avec la langue in terms of writing and speaking. Because I know hearing you speaking, hearing you writing, not by taking the floor, expressing yourself. I know that there are things that you have already, and the rest now it is step by step that it will come to you. So next to the grammar part now. Okay, we have what I call speaking activities. We need to speak here because the speaking make us consolidate our three first skills: the listening, the writing, the reading, the listening. If you read, you write, you listen to show that you are really good at English, that's of paramount important to voice out. To voice out means to express yourself. So expressing yourself give more value to the language. Whatever the finality of a language is to be spoken. As long as you write it, as long as you listen it, as long as you read it, without speaking it, there is something that is going to be lacking. Il y aura quelque chose qui manquera. So to avoid that, we need to come back during our 20 hours of classes to get ready for speaking activities as we did today. That's one step towards our speaking, and we need it. And here are the different topics that we'll be covering. I said, let's talk about our work. Sometimes we'll be discussing about work at your daily work at home. Sometimes we'll be having small workshops because here we have the possibility to put you in groups with the team, all right? During which you get ready, you prepare something to share with the group in order to speak at the same time, but making value, giving value to your writing will be one of the objectives. And another thing is I have created a rubric that is called Today's Guest. We will be having a guest, for example, from time to time. We'll be inviting you as a guest. We'll be asking you questions that are regarding to your work, and not you talking about your work simply, but you're gonna come back to some things which are linked to general items that we're having in life. So it is just an occasion to make you speak, to kill shyness among you, but also to fight against some difficulties that you may have. Another thing that which is not part of it, in which I'm going to finish up. Yes, you'll need to carry out the work because 20 hours are not sufficient, to be honest, to make you be as active as an English speaker who was born with the language. But during the 20 hours, we're here to guide. We're here to make you move up without any problem. And for that, I need also outside the class to give you support, and mainly there are websites that you can visit. You can download whatever your field, whatever your domain. You can find things which are connected to that. Here are three really websites that you can explore. For example, www.bookborn.com, www.businessenglishpod.com, and www.4sheriff.com. Each one has specific purpose. If you take Bookborn, you have easy reading books. You don't pay anything here. You not charge anything in all of them. But Bookborn has the speciality to help you have easy reading books. An easy reading book, c'est un bouquet ou un livre où la lecture est accessible à tout un chacun, dans des domaines spécifiques. Vous êtes dans le domaine de la sociologie d'entreprise, par exemple, right? Vous êtes dans le community service, you're working with a very specific domain such as the animals. You can go to Bookborn you look for books which are linked to that. You will find specific books, easy reading for you that you can use in order to develop professionally without any problem. Business English.pod is another that combines books with audios. You can find the books, you can find audios as far as your professional work is concerned. For Share It Now, it is more advanced. C'est plus avancé en termes de langue. But anyway, that's good because you download your book, you can do exercise. It has books that goes in line with different exercises with key answers avec des réponses à la fin. So it can help you to develop outside the classes, but at the same time to continue working your English in terms of speaking, in terms of writing, because these support are really important whenever you want to express yourself and whenever you want to produce something. So this is what I have as a program. If ever you have some questions that you would like to ask, or if ever you want me at the same time to come back to things that you were expecting and that you did not see, I'm open to that, and will be adding all these elements to the program to make it better, because we're here in a rendezvous of give and take. You're gonna learn from me, and today also I have learned from you. So that will be a rendezvous of give and taking. That's a rendezvous of sharing. So this is what I would like to say, and I'm open to any questions, any type of worries that you may have, and that's it. That's it. Yes, waiting for you for any reaction as far as the program is concerned. I'm coming back to the group now. Sorry. Sorry guys, sorry for Inusa. He had a problem to listen, I guess. Guys, can you hear me very well? You hear me?
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. So do you have some? Yes, Amadou raised his hand. I'm back now to the platform. Come on.
Yes, can I?
Yes, you can Amadou. You can.
Okay, sir. I have forgotten to mention that pronunciation. Pronunciation is a problem for me.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation, yes, and I think many of my colleagues have the same problems. So in the part of course of listening, speaking course, will you make a focus on pronunciation?
Very good. No problem. When you speak now, most of the time what I do is I'll come back on some mispronounced words. I say, instead of saying this, you can do that. But another thing that I do is I send you, I cannot send it in the platform. I can send you listening comprehension, which combine French and English to better yourself. Okay? This is my gift to all my students. I give them listening spots that they can listen in the offices, even after the classes. And they give feedbacks about how progress they have been.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry about this part. I will be really correcting the mistakes whenever it's about pronunciation, it's about anything. So mistakes are going to be corrected without any problem.
Okay.
Right? Good. Thanks so much. Yes, another worry coming from the group. Another worry coming from the group. Another worry coming from the group. Another worry coming from the group.
Okay.
Yes. Who is that? Who's speaking? Sorry. Good. You want to take the floor? You click on Level Arme so that I can see you. There's a hand here. When you click on there, I can see you without any problem. Or if you want to speak, you speak and I hear you. C'est bon? Come on. Any other question? No. No?
No question.
Yes,
I think that
Lisa?
it is a good program.
Yes. Thank you, Jainaba. Good. Thanks. Yes, guys. Well, if you have something, don't worry. Even if in the course of the class, okay, if you have something that you would like me to come back, don't hesitate. Okay, you're gonna have my contact number uh, from the school, from the program, and anyway, you can contact me for anything that I can do. That's not a big deal. I don't have any. There's no barriers between you and I. So we are all professionals. So we're working for the same interest. Right. So this is what I would like to say. If there is no other worries, as today is our contacts class, we don't need to move forwards too. But anyway, to anticipate, what I do is I'm going to send a support for next classes to Mr. Mbai. He is going to share it with you because whenever I start a class, I start with grammar items. The next class will be having grammar items, and we'll be focusing also on how to talk about jobs. So what I'm going to do, we combine the reading and grammar. I will be sending to Mr. Mbai the document that is a combination of the summary of the lesson about the tenses and a series of activities which are connected to that. So I want you to anticipate so much so that when we come, we're gonna save time on va papel. You can anticipate, but you will find by yourself where your problems when Mr. Ma will be correcting, because we'll be correcting the exercise and then I'll be commenting on the grammar lesson, and then we're gonna move to the reading comprehension part that we'll be having. If it sounds good for everybody, we can validate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That is with all of you guys. I'm gonna make you work at the same time. It will be more beneficial for you than coming, showing, and then we commenting. We will lose so much time. So in order to avoid that time-consuming activities, we'll be anticipating something in order to make it better.
So we'll have some homework.
Yes, definitely. You'll have some homework. You may call it a homework, but I call it most of the time anticipating the class.
Yeah.
Anticipating the class. That's good because whenever you anticipate, it just help you whenever you are, whenever you will follow me to better understand why you did not really make it happen there, and why this is better than what you put. Is that okay? Okay. that will be a time to consolidate also for those who have already made things which are good on the whole. So if there is no any problems, we can call it a day. On peut se dire à la prochaine, Inch'Allah, comme c'était notre premier cours qui consiste juste à présenter le programme, à se connaître davantage, c'est comme ça que ça se passe. Et dès la prochaine séance, donc, on a cours tous les week-ends, le samedi et le dimanche, de 17h à 19h. Donc, juste pour voir si ça tombe avec ce qu'on vous a envoyé. Exceptionnellement, on a fait... C'est bon?
Moi, j'avais vu de midi à 14h.
Le midi à 14h.
Moi, j'avais 15h, 17h.
15?
15h, 17h.
Ah. Donc, M. Mbaye vous reviendra sur ça parce qu'il m'a envoyé comme programmation. Le cours ce cours-là, c'était juste pour un cours de présentation, ce qui fait qu'on l'a programmé de midi à cette heure-là. Donc, l'autre cours, maintenant, à partir de la semaine prochaine, les cours se feront à partir de 17h. De 17 à 19, et voilà, le dimanche, et demain aussi.
Allô?
Oui,
C'est sur combien de sessions en tout?
c'est pour 20 heures.
20 heures, c'est ça, ok.
20 heures. C'est bon? C'est à peu près, à peu près un mois de cours. Hein.
Un mois, hein?
4 fois 5 séances. 4 fois 5 semaines. Ici. Ouais. Voilà. Okay. C'est bon?
Ok, great.
J'espère qu'au sortir de ce cours, vous allez apprécier. That's it.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Merci à tout le monde.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Merci.
See you next week.
Merci à tout le monde.
À la prochaine, Inch'Allah. Bye bye.
À la prochaine.
Ok, à la prochaine. Merci à tout le monde.